You know that feeling, right? Your paycheck hits the bank, you've got these amazing intentions to save for your future, but somehow it just doesn't happen. You tell yourself, okay, for real, I'll start next month, but next month just keeps getting pushed back. It's this super frustrating cycle. But what if I told you it's not really your fault? What if the problem isn't about your willpower at all, but just the way your brain is wired? Let's get into it.
So this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? We all know we should be putting money away for retirement, for that future version of ourselves. And yet, it feels like we're constantly sabotaging our own long-term plans. Why is it so incredibly hard to do the one thing we know is good for us?
And here's the good news, right off the bat. This is not some personal failing. It's not a sign that you're lazy or have weak character. Seriously, you can stop blaming yourself right now. The reason we all struggle with this is rooted in something much deeper, something way more predictable. It's all about the quirky wiring of our brains.
Now, to really understand what's going on, we have to look at this amazing field called behavioral economics. The easiest way to think about it is like it's the official instruction manual for our brain's weird financial habits. It shows us exactly how our emotions, our hidden biases, and our mental shortcuts cause us to make choices that, on the surface, seem totally illogical, especially when it comes to money.
Okay, so let's use this tool to figure out what's really going on. We're about to dive into the specific psychological hurdles that are standing between you and a healthy savings account. It's time to unlock the real reasons we keep putting it off.
The source material is brilliant here. It breaks down the whole process of saving into a series of steps. And at each step, there's what it calls a bottleneck, basically a mental roadblock that just stops us cold. We're going to walk through 6 of these common hurdles that completely derail our best intentions.
All right, the first bottleneck is a huge one. It's called present bias. Our brains are hardwired to want rewards right now. That dinner out tonight feels way more real and exciting than some far-off retirement. The future you is basically a stranger. So what's the fix? A clever little psychological trick called loss aversion. See, we humans hate losing things way more than we enjoy gaining them. So instead of thinking about the gain of a comfy retirement, you reframe it as a loss. If I don't do this, my standard of living is going to drop. Suddenly, the threat feels real and immediate.
Okay, so you're convinced you need to save, but then you hit the next wall. How much? How much do I actually need? The math feels so complicated, and that feeling of being overwhelmed leads to just doing nothing. The nudge here is incredibly simple. Clarity. Give people clear, simple guidelines, a rule of thumb, an easy-to-use app, anything that turns an impossible math problem into a clear, achievable target.
So you've got your target number. Great, but now you have to actually open the account. The paperwork, the weird financial jargon, all the clicking, it's just enough of a pain to make you say, you know what, I'll get to it later. Well, the most powerful solution to this is to make saving the default. With automatic enrollment, when you start a new job, you're already saving unless you go out of your way to stop it. It completely flips the entire dynamic on its head.
So, we've looked at the problems. We've diagnosed what's going wrong in our brains. Now, let's talk about the cures. And the most important thing to get here is that these nudges are not about fighting against your own brain. No, they're about building a system that actually works with your brain's quirks, making the smart choice the easiest choice.
You finally open that retirement account, and boom, you're staring at a list of 100 different investment options. It's just too much. This is called choice overload. And what do? We freeze. We do nothing. A smart nudge here is to just provide a really good default option, like a well-balanced fund that experts have already picked out. You can always change it later if you want to, but this simple default gets you out of the starting blocks and into the game.
Now this one. This tackles that classic, I'll start next month excuse head on. That urge to spend the money that's sitting in your checking account right now is so powerful. The solution? It's beautiful in its simplicity. Automatic withdrawal. You set it up so your savings are taken out of your paycheck before you even see the money. You pay yourself first. It's genius, really. You can't spend what you never even knew you had. The temptation is just gone.
And the final bottleneck is this kind of long-term neglect. You did all the hard work, you set everything up, and now you just forget about it for years. But markets change, and your investments need a little tune-up now and then to stay on track. This is called rebalancing, and it can feel like a chore. So the nudge is to just let technology do it for you. There are services that will automatically rebalance your portfolio, making sure your investments stay healthy without you having to lift a finger.
So when you put all of these pieces together, what do you get? You get a system. A system for building wealth that has absolutely nothing to do with waking up every morning feeling motivated and disciplined.
It's about designing a process that just works on its own, on autopilot.
And that really brings us to the single biggest takeaway from this entire explainer. The secret to success here isn't about trying harder or being more disciplined, it's about building a smarter system. Think about it, your willpower is a battery that runs out. A good system just keeps on working.
So how can you build this system starting today? It really just boils down to these 4 steps. First, make the future real. Feel what you stand to lose by not acting. Second, simplify the math. Get a clear, simple number to aim for. Third, use the defaults. Let the experts make those first tough choices for you. And fourth, and this is the most important one, automate everything. Make your saving happen without you even having to think about it.
So in the end, it all comes down to this one question. You can keep trying to rely on willpower, just hoping that this time, this month will finally be different. Or you can accept how your brain really works and build a simple, automated system that makes saving money the easiest thing you do, the path of least resistance. The choice is yours.